Welcome to Creating Art with Jenny. Today I share with you a simple, easy, and fairly inexpensive way to begin watercolors. At Michael's you can find many little tiny watercolor sets that are fairly inexpensive, especially with a 20% off coupon. I bought this for, it's originally $25, I got it for $20, and I'll show you what's in it in just a second. And then I bought a Canson watercolor pad that was a 50% buy one at full price, get one, the second one for 50%, which is a great way to start. And it's a 9x12, 140 pound, which allows your water to flow very easily when beginning to learn how to watercolor. At Michael's, I really liked the experience of being able to compare different watercolor palettes there. I chose the Koi watercolors for the price and the fact that it had 12 colors, and I could also see that it has a water brush and a foam pad in here. It seemed like a good deal. Let's open it up and see if it's as good as it looks. I like the feel of this. I like that when it's open, I can see I have lots of mixing stations. Here's the foam pad that comes out, and the water brush. You simply take off the black stopper, put water in here, and you screw this on counterclockwise and pull the lid off, and you are ready to begin. And then when you are done, you simply unscrew it. You keep this so you can either you can throw this away, or you can stop up your water with this, but I keep mine because I like that. Beginning watercolor can be daunting, but don't let it be. I'm going to give you a series of tools for your toolbox that makes it easier to learn how to use your watercolors. The first one is learning the value of your paints. That means from going from dark to light. So how dark can I get it and how light can I get it? So I created this little schematic with using a ruler. I labeled my colors so I know what they look like at their darkest point over on the left, and then I try to bring it down to my lightest value over to the right. And I always label my type of watercolors I'm using, because I do switch. Although I try to be brand loyal, I have a bunch of different ones I like. So let's begin. I went ahead and did the lemon and the permanent because it was just easier to see done. And so my next color is going to be the Vermilion. And as I get my paint wet, I'm really trying to get it concentrated of the darkest value that I can. And I'm also going to switch to the side a little bit. Also, when you create a like a square or circle, it's also helps you to learn how to paint. You're working on your control within staying inside the lines. So remember, the first word in watercolor is water. So make sure that you're always flowing this nice and smooth. If it's not flowing, you don't have enough water. And as I go to the next value, I'm adding water to my primary puddle that I began with. And as I move down, I really want it to add more and more water so that it becomes more and more faint. So you kind of want to, you do want a smooth transition. That wasn't the best transition. Well, let's try again with our next color. And if you don't think that's as concentrated as it can get before you move on, just go back and add more. So adding a little bit of water to create a value change. And you can't let it sit there forever because it will dry and you'll have harsher edges and not as smooth of a transition as you would like. Brush and Blue is one of my favorite colors. I just love it. It's great for skies. Okay, I'm going to stop right here, and then I'm going to speed up the rest of my video so you can see the end product. My exercise is complete with my darkest values at the top going down with my lightest values. I chose to also create purple using Crimson Lake and Prussian Blue that are right next to each other in the palette, and then pink using the Crimson Lake with white. Always experiment with your mixing your colors. It's a great way to learn, and you don't have to do just rectangles. I also did circles that kind of show value changes. I did one that was a 1 value and then changed it from dark to light. Always a great way to practice control of your watercolors. Best luck with this exercise. Continue to do it. It takes practice to learn how much water and to make it a smoother transition than having, I can talk about what happens here is like when I went back in, it's because I had too much water and the water backflowed into this, causing a non-smooth transition. So it takes a lot of time to practice control with your watercolors. That's why it can be daunting. But I know that the more you practice, the better you'll get. Have a good day.